The first time you met Jungkook was on the school's rooftop. The infamous bad boy, known for his quirky smirk and devil-may-care attitude, was skipping class, leaning against the railing with his headphones on. His leather jacket made him stand out even more, and you had heard plenty about him before that moment. A troublemaker with a reputation for breaking rules and hearts. That day you had been searching for a quiet spot to escape the overwhelming noise of the school corridors. Instead, you found Jungkook. While most would have hurried away, intimidating by his presence, you didn't. You greeted him casually, earning a surprised raise of his brow. From that day forward, an unlikely friendship blossomed. Jungkook was different around you. He was still the bad boy who effortlessly charmed teachers into giving him extensions and skipped classes to ride his motorbike around town. But with you there was a softer side, a version of him no one else saw. He would show up at your house unannounced with your favorite snacks, walk you home when it got too dark, and even reluctantly attend school events if you asked him to. He never let anyone bother you either. You quickly became the exception in his world of chaos. For you, Jungkook's care felt genuine, the way he would instinctively shield you from oncoming traffic with his arm or make fun of your favorite dramas but still watch them with you. It made your heart flutter in ways you never expected. Your admiration for him grew steadily, and you couldn't help but notice the little things that made him special. The way he would pretend not to care about exams but secretly help you study late at night, or how his smirk softened into boyish grins when you laughed at his jokes. Before you know it, you had started falling for him, but you never let those feelings show. The friendship you shared was precious. You feared confessing your feelings would ruin everything, so you kept your emotions locked away, choosing instead to savor the moments you spent together, silently hoping they would last forever. It was an ordinary day until the door to your classroom opened and in walked someone new. The teacher introduced her as the new transfer student Ria. She had long, sleek hair, a radiant smile, and a confident demeanor that immediately caught everyone's attention. You couldn't deny it, she was stunning. Throughout the day, you noticed the murmurs around the class, boys nudging each other as they glanced at her, while girls whispered and speculated. On your free hour, you decided to sit outside under the shade of your favorite tree. The warm breeze provided a comforting calm, but your peace didn't last long. You heard the unmistakable sound of footsteps and turned to see Jungkook strolling over, his signature smirk plastered on his face. Hey Ryan, he called out, plopping down beside you without waiting for an invitation. Jungkook, what brings you here? I thought you would be off causing trouble somewhere, you said, rolling your eyes playfully. Nah, trouble is no fun without you, he teased, nudging your shoulder. What are you doing out here all alone? Just enjoying the quiet. Why? What are you planning? Nothing yet. The two of you chatted casually for a while, sharing jokes and laughing like always. Jungkook had always loved teasing you. It was like his favorite game. He found endless amusement in seeing your reaction. Today he decided he wanted to tease with you again. Then Jungkook's expression shifted, a slight grin curling his lips. You know, that new girl Ria is something else, huh? You blinked caught off guard. Ria? Yeah, she's beautiful, don't you think? Your heart clenched at his words, but you tried to keep your expression neutral. I guess so. You muttered, looking away. Jungkook chuckled softly, clearly enjoying your reaction. You know, I was thinking maybe I should ask her out. Your chest tightened and you felt a pang of something you didn't want to name. Jealousy, hurt, whatever it was suffocating. Ask her out, you echoed, forcing a laugh. Since when do you date Jungkook? Maybe I'm changing my ways, he teased, tilting his head to watch you closely. She's pretty, isn't she? I mean, who wouldn't want to date someone like her? You clenched your fist, trying to keep your emotions in check. If you like her so much, why are you here bothering me? Go talk to her instead. Oh, come on, Ryan, he said, leaning closer. You are my best friend. Don't you want me to be happy? You turned to face him, narrowing your eyes. Since when do you care about my opinion on your dating life? He grinned, clearly amused by your growing irritation. Since now, so what do you think? Should I go for it? You wanted to scream to tell him to stop, but instead you forced a casual shrug. Do whatever you want, Jungkook. It's your life. His eyes searching your face. Ryan, are you okay? Why wouldn't I be? You replied quickly, standing up. I just remembered I have something to do. Enjoy your time with Ria. Before he could respond, you walked away. As you turned away, Jungkook couldn't help but chuckle to himself. He hadn't meant any of it. He just wanted to see how you would react. But now, watching the way you avoided his gaze, he wondered if his teasing had hit a little too close. As you walked across the class, you spotted Jungkook standing with Ria. They were talking, standing closely. That made your stomach twist. You turned on your heel and walked briskly towards the class, trying to push the hurtful thoughts from your mind. After class, you found yourself retreating to your usual spot under the tree, the one place you could find some peace. The quiet was a temporary refuge from the emotions filling in your head. But as usual, Jungkook came strolling towards you, his carefree steps echoing across the grass. He sat down beside you just like any other day, his usual smirk on his lips. Hey, Ryan. You barely acknowledged him, your eyes focused on the ground. Hey, you muttered, your voice cut. Jungkook raised an eyebrow, noticing the coldness in your tone. What's up with you today? You are acting weird. You sang, keeping your gaze fixed ahead, not willing to look at him. Nothing, I'm just tired, I guess. He stared at you for a moment, then nudged your shoulder lightly. Come on, Ryan, you're not usually this distant. What's going on? It's nothing, Jungkook, really, you replied flatly. He leaned closer, trying to get your attention. If something is bothering you, you can talk to me, you know. No, it's fine, seriously. It's already time for class anyway, you said quickly, standing up abruptly. Jungkook looked up at you in surprise, sensing the walls you were putting up. Ryan, he started, but you were already turning away. See you later, you called over your shoulder, walking towards the building. Jungkook watched you leave, confusion and frustration mixing in his chest. Something was wrong and he couldn't figure out what. As the days went by, you gradually began distancing yourself from Jungkook. You started avoiding your usual hangouts and making excuses to skip meals or plans. You start replying his texts less frequently, keeping conversation short and distant. Jungkook quickly realizes something is off. He tries to approach you multiple times, but you either avoids him or claims to be busy. Jungkook had noticed the change in you for days now, the way you avoided his calls, how you stopped replying to his messages, and how you no longer lingered with him after class or during breaks. He couldn't stand it anymore. He wasn't going to let you pull away without a reason. Then he corners you after class, his frustration evident. Why are you avoiding me? Did I do something wrong? You looked up slowly, your eyes flickering over to him briefly before you looked back down. I'm not avoiding you, Jungkook. I'm just busy. He could tell you were lying, and it only added to his growing frustration. Busy? You have been busy for days. You never answer my messages, and when you do, it's like you are talking to a stranger. What's going on, Ryan? What's wrong? You shifted uncomfortably, glancing away, avoiding his gaze. I'm just dealing with a lot right now, okay? I don't have time for everything. I'm sorry. Jungkook leaned forward slightly, frustration edging into his tone. I'm your best friend, Ryan. You can talk to me. You know that, right? What's this all about? You're acting like you don't even want me around anymore. You were about to go, but Jungkook reached out, grabbing your arm gently to stop you. Don't walk away from me. I didn't get it, Ryan. You have been so distant. I'm not gonna just sit here and let you shut me out without knowing why. You felt a lump in your throat, and as you turned to face him, your words barely coming out. It's nothing really, just school and stuff. I just need some peace, some space, okay? Ryan, please don't shut me out. Whatever it is, we can figure it out. I care about you too much to let this thing between us stay like this. I just need some time. Maybe we can talk later, okay? I need to go. Then you pulled him away, walking past him. One day, Jungkook overhears Ryan talking to a friend, mentioning how much it hurt to see him with the new girl. Realizing the depth of her feelings, he decided to clear the air. By afternoon, Jungkook was done waiting. He didn't want this misunderstanding to fester any longer. He found you after class, cornering you with a determined look in his eyes. Ryan, come with me, he said firmly, not giving you much choice as he led you to the rooftop, a place you both had always gone to when you needed to talk. Jungkook, what's this about? I have stuff to do. He turned to face you, his jaw clenched, his dark eyes filled with an emotion you couldn't quite place. Ryan, why are you doing this? Doing what? He replied, feigning innocence. Don't play dumb with me. He shot back, his frustration evident. You have been avoiding me for days. I have tried to talk to you. And all I get is excuses. What's going on? You looked away, biting your lip. I told you I have been busy. Schoolwork, you know. There is nothing more to it. Jungkook let out a dry laugh, shaking his head. Busy? That's the excuse you are sticking with? Because I overheard your conversation with your friend today, Ryan. I know what this is really about. Your head snapped up, panic flashing in your eyes. You what? You looked away, biting your lip as the weight of his confession settled in. Then what about when I saw you talking to her? That wasn't just teasing Jungkook. You were with her. Jungkook groaned, shaking his head. That was nothing, Wayne. She came to ask me where the economics professor would be during that hour. That's it. I told her and we went our separate ways. That was the only time I talked to her, nothing else. You blinked, processing his words, the tightness in your chest loosening just a little. So, you are saying there is nothing between you and her? Nothing. Ryan, you are my best friend. You are the only one I care about like this. I didn't realize my stupid teasing would make you feel like this. And I'm sorry, really sorry. You don't understand, Jungkook. You have always been so important to me, and I couldn't risk ruining what we have by saying something like that. I thought you would laugh or push me away. He shook his head, his jaw tightening. Laugh, push you away? Why? I have never cared about anyone the way I care about you. I thought you knew that. You blinked, his words sinking in like a soothing balm to your wounded heart. What? He whispered, barely audible. I love you, Ryan, he said firmly, his dark eyes locking onto yours. I have loved you for a long time. But I didn't say anything because I thought it might scare you off or make things awkward between us, but I can't hold it anymore. Don't cry, he murmured, his voice filled with a tenderness that made your heart ache even more. I hate seeing you like this, Ryan. You clutched his shirt tightly, your voice muffled against his chest. I, I too love. Before you could finish, Jungkook pulled back just enough to look into your eyes, a small smile tugging at his lips. I know you love me. That's why you were jealous of Ria and avoided me, isn't it? Your cheeks flushed and you gave him a watery smile. Maybe. He chuckled, the sound low and soothing. You are cute when you are embarrassed, you know that? Ryan, I'm so in love with you, completely hopelessly in love with you. Will you be mine? Your heart felt like it might burst. Yes, you whispered, tears streaming down again, though this time they were tears of joy. Jungkook grinned, pulling you back into his arms. Good, because I don't plan on letting you go. Jungkook held you tightly for a moment longer, his warmth and the sound of his steady heartbeat calming your nerves. He pulled back slightly, looking at you with a soft smile. No more tears, okay? I don't want to see you crying because of me again. You nodded, wiping your face quickly. I won't, I promise. I'm not letting you off the hook for skipping meals. We are eating lunch together tomorrow. You glanced up at him, surprised. You noticed that? Of course I did. You think I wouldn't notice when my best friend. Sorry, my girlfriend starts acting strange. Good, he said, pulling you a little closer. Ready to go back to the class? You nodded, feeling lighter than you had in days. Yeah. Jungkook smirked and leaning down slightly, his voice a playful whisper. You better focus in class, Ryan. Don't get distracted thinking about me. Your jaw dropped and you lightly smacked his arm. Yeah, Jungkook. Laughing, you both walked down the stairs together and both of you slipped back into class.